I first grabbed one of these glass candlestick holders from Dollar Tree. And I am going to paint this with some Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. But prior to applying the chalk paint, one of my followers actually suggested I put a base coat of Mod Podge to help the chalk paint adhere to the glass a little bit better. So I just applied a nice even coat, let that completely dry, and now I'm going over it with the Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. And this still ended up taking about 2 coats, but let me tell you, the coverage was amazing. So this is the first time I've ever done the Mod Podge prior to chalk paint method, and it worked out beautifully. Next, I got this wooden plaque. This came from a package from Hobby Lobby. And again, I'm just going to be painting that with the Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster as well. I did the top, bottom, and all of the sides. This took 1 coat, let that all dry. I then got this birdhouse from Dollar Tree. And again, still just doing that plaster chalk paint. Make sure you get inside of all those nooks and crannies. This took 1 coat, and then go ahead and let that all dry. So now that you have all 3 of these pieces painted and dried, let's go ahead and assemble this all together. So I'm using this Dollar Tree adhesive glue with a mixture of hot glue, placing some on the top of that candlestick holder, and then just gluing that to the bottom of that wooden plaque. So now you created a small little tray, and then using the same glue method, I'm just going to adhere that birdhouse right on top of the tray. And you do want to let that glue cure for about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, now I'm just going in with some Spanish moss, and all I am doing is just hot gluing some of this Spanish moss along all 4 sides of that birdhouse. And I even added a little bit of Spanish moss inside one of the openings of that birdhouse as well. Now this next part is completely optional, but I went around the entire stand and the birdhouse with some Waverly antique wax. So you want to just put a small amount on your paintbrush and just kind of do a dry brush method. And I also like to blend the antique wax with my finger just to make sure that it looks nice and even. So I applied this all over. I did the candlestick holder along the sides of that plaque, on the birdhouse, and even on the bottom of that wooden plaque. Now I decided to do mine all white, but you could paint yours whichever color you would like. I kept mine nice and simple, but how adorable did this come out? I hope this inspires you guys to create your own in your own special way. If it did, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so, so much, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.